Hi students, coming to the next topic, that is the changing nature of software. So what are the changing nature that is going to be occurred to the software? A software means whatever the code that you are going to be write means it is just a language, it is just an application, it is just a code that you are going to be implemented. So if you the different changing natures that will be occurred in the software, what are those changing natures? Now let us see the 7 broad categories of software or challenges for software engineers. So for every software engineers means the person who is going to be developed a software by following the software engineering technique, those are the software engineers. So the software engineers, so 7 broad categories of software or challenges for software engineers. What are those 7 categories? So the person who is going to be implemented the product, who is going to design the product, they have to know about these 7 broad categories of software, and those becomes the challenges for the implementation. The first one is the system software, application software, engineering and scientific software, embedded software, product line software, web application software, and the artificial intelligence software. These are the 7 broad categories of softwares which are challenges for the software engineering. So they have to know about these different softwares that are going to be implemented, and they are going to come across while they are implementing the product. Now let us see one by one. The first one is the system software. What do you mean by the system software? System software. So the name saying that it is a system. System means it is dealing with a hardware. Means it is a connection with the hardware. So the system software, it is a collection of programs written to service other programs. System, your system, whatever the system that you are using. Okay. So if you want to work that, if that hardware parts wants to work, so that assemble parts wants to work, you have to install some software. That software you call it as a system software. Now let me write. It is a collection of program. Every software is a collection of program. So it is a collection of program written to service the other, to service other programs. So one program, one collection of programs, that programs are servicing the other programs, that you call it as a system software. So I hope you will get that exactly what is a system software. The example for this is operating system. So the OS, the operating system, is an example for the system software. Operating system is going to be service the other applications that are present in the system. Okay, without operating system, the system cannot work. So if you want to do some operations, if you want to work on the system, you need the system software. So without the operating system, you can't, any program will not work. Okay, so that's why a system software is a collection of programs written to service other programs. It is also a program, but this program is servicing the other programs. That you call it as system software. And the next changing nature of software is application software. So application software, so this is a user software, means it is a program, or group of programs designed for end users. End users means we are the people who are using the software. The person who is using the software, that person you call it as an end user. So application software is a program or a group of programs designed for end users. So the examples for application software is email applications, or you can take the spreadsheets. These are all the applications which are designed, application programs which are designed to use by the end users. We are using the emails, we are using the spreadsheets to calculate some operations in Excel sheet. So like that. So these are the examples for the application software. Now coming to the third one. What is the third one? That is the engineering and scientific software. engineering and scientific software. Engineering, scientific, both are combining. So when, in which type of software these two will be combined? Now let us see. So engineering and scientific software have been characterized by number crunching algorithms. So whenever you're using the number crunching algorithms, these type of engineering scientific software is needed. That is, this software is used to facilitate the, let me write that, this software used to facilitate the engineering functions and tasks. So this scientific and engineering software is used to facilitate the engineering functions and tasks. In which area you will get that engineering functions and tasks? So example for this is, I think you heard about the CAD. CAD is a compiler aided design. So which is a program and applications that helps an engineer in drawing and testing. So the CAD software is used to help an engineer in drawing and testing. So this CAD is one of the engineering and scientific software. And next, coming to the fourth. What is the fourth one? So far we discussed about system software, application software, engineering and scientific software. Now coming to the next is the embedded software. So what do you mean by embedded software? Embedded means combining or adding. Embedded software means it resides in, first thing is it resides in read-only memory. The one thing is it is just resides in read-only memory. Means you're not supposed to write anything on that. It is just a read-only memory. This embedded software is reside in ROM, read-only memory. It is used to control products. This embedded software is used to control the products, systems for consumer and industrial markets. So the main thing here you have to note that the embedded software resides only read-only memory. In the read-only memory here it is residing. Means you can't change anything that embedded software you can't change anything. It is only at the time of designing only that will be embedded in the system. So the main thing here is it is used to control products, systems which are used for consumers and the industrial market. Means it is the main operation of embedded software is controlling the things. So by saying that, we can say the example for embedded system is GPS devices. The GPS devices are used to control the navigations, the person from where we are going, from where to where. Means it's just controlling. So that controlling is, it's nothing but it's an embedded software is resides in that technology. Factory robots, or you can take the calculators, and even you can take the modern smartwatches. So in all these devices, this embedded software will be inserted. So and the next is the web applications. Web applications. So web application means it is a client server computer. The first, whenever you're talking about web applications, it means it is a communication between the client and server. The client and server computer program. You call it as the web application is a client server computer program. So which the client runs in a web browser. Which the client. Here the client means the client side logic. You can take it as a client side logic. So which the client side logic runs in a web browser. So the end user, if we are the end users, we are using the browser. If you are using the browser, that whenever you click on the browser and if you are typing something, if you want to retrieve some page, that you call it as, means you are retrieving the page from the server. So you are the client and you are retrieving the page from the server, that you call it as a web applications. So it is a client server computer program which the client runs in a web browser. So the examples for this is online auctions, which is completely dealing with the clients and server model, web mails, etc. And the next one, the next change of nature of software is the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence software. So this is one of the upcoming software. So nowadays it is everything nowadays, it's becoming artificial. It depends upon the artificial intelligence. So what is this artificial intelligence? Within artificial intelligence, we are having machine learning. Okay, within the artificial intelligence software, a machine learning will be there. This machine learning includes algorithms that are developed to tell. These machine learning algorithm includes, it is an algorithm that are developed to tell a computer, that algorithms are going to tell to a computer that how to respond to something by examples. Something by example. That you call it as an artificial intelligence. So it uses a structure as close as possible to human brain, just like it acts as a human brain. The artificial intelligence software just acts as like a human brain. I mean, whatever we are thinking, just like that system is also thinking, that software is also thinks. Just it uses a structure as close as possible to human brain. So the examples for this artificial intelligence is speech recognition. So this software, artificial intelligence software, is recognizing the speech. Whose speech was this? Like that. So if we are talking in a phone, if you know our friends or relatives' voice, because we having the human brain, so just we can recognize the speech, the everything, the visual we can recognize. In the same way, just like a human brain, this artificial intelligence software also recognizes speech. So just if you're in your laptop, you just add your voice to unlock your system. So that is an artificial intelligence. So with the help of your voice only, your system, if you registered your voice in the system for locking, so whenever you say the word, then only it will be open, then it will be unlocked. So that is a speech recognition which can be done by artificial intelligence software. And the problems, it can also do the problem solving, just like a human being. If you're having any problem, you can solve by manual, means the humans can solve. In the same way, the system can also solve the problems with the help of artificial intelligence. And learning and planning also, it can be done. Learning and planning also can be done by the artificial intelligence. So these are all the different changing natures of software that will be came across while if you are dealing with the softwares. Thank you.